Hello, future Dons. My name is John Grantham, Director of Bands at Amador Valley High School, and we are so excited in this most unusual time to welcome you as future members of our awesome band family. We don't know totally what next year will hold, but we do know that you will be a part of it, and that is what we are so excited about. Band will provide you a home away from home, a community and a place to belong, and a place to be yourself, and to make friends and to make memories. And though we won't be starting in our normal way in August, and we don't totally know what that looks like yet, please know that we are ready to make the very best of whatever circumstances are in front of us, and we will be doing that together with you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Patrick Dandria, and I'm the Assistant Director of Bands at Amador. As Mr. Grantham said, we are so excited to welcome you to our program and our community. And though we don't know exactly what things are going to look like next year, we are really excited for you to be a part of those things and to join in a really, really special place that we hope will be a home for you for the next 4 years.
Hello, welcome to an overview of some information to prepare you as new members for joining the Amador Valley High School band program in August. The Amador Valley High School music program began in 1928 with 23 students in the marching band and has since grown to over 340 students in the band's 92-year history. This makes it one of the oldest, largest, and most prestigious band programs in the state of California. Our marching band is a 14-time state contest finalist and a 5-time Bands of America regional finalist. Representing 13% of the student body at AVHS, the members of the band proudly serve as musical and cultural ambassadors for the school and the city of Pleasanton. The first thing that typically comes up in your participation in the band program as 9th graders is the marching band. Now, of course, we are in very unusual circumstances right now with shelter in place and the coronavirus. So I'd like to begin just by talking very briefly about what takes place in a normal year. During the spring and the summer, we typically have a school instrument pickup for those of you that use equipment from the school. There are sectionals, which are small group gatherings where new members will meet their upperclassmen section leaders. And section leaders are student leaders that are appointed by the band directors. Music and registration materials are emailed out, and then you should watch the program newsletter for up-to-date information. We have scheduled on August 1st our new member camp, and then marching band camp takes place on campus from August 3rd to August 8th. When school starts, the traditional marching band practice schedule is Monday and Wednesday evenings from 6 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 4 p.m. We typically have 5 home football games which take place on Amador's campus from August to October. Please note it's not every Friday and the band does not play away games. And then we have 5 Saturday competitions that take place in October and November. In those competitions, typically we get on buses and travel to other schools. But we are not really in a normal year. So let's talk about what we know right now. For spring and summer, what we would like to do is invite new students to a virtual orientation on Tuesday, June 2nd, so you can meet the directors and the student leadership for the band. On Tuesday, June 2nd, Woodwinds will have a Zoom meeting from 11 to 12 p.m. Brass and Percussion will have a Zoom meeting from 1 to 2 p.m. Links are provided in the slide deck. Color Guard has a separate orientation set for Saturday, May 30th, link also provided in the slide deck. For those of you who have school instruments that you need to pick up, that will be on Tuesday, June 23rd. Any instruments handed out to students have been cleaned and made safe to use in accordance with industry guidelines set out for musical instruments. Brass will be picking up equipment from 10 to 12, woodwinds from 1 to 3, both in the Amador Band Room. Please note that we will observe social distance guidelines and will ensure the safety of students that are coming in to pick up instruments by maintaining appropriate distance, wearing masks, gloves, and providing hand sanitizer as needed. Music and all necessary registration materials will be emailed out, so that will be done virtually. And we ask you to subscribe to the AFM newsletter for further updates. You can click on the link for information on how to do that. Parents, you will also be contacted, if you have not already, by our new member liaison and incoming Amador Friends of Music Booster President, Sujin Huang, and she'll be in touch to help guide you through anything through the parental lens that you have questions about. And then honestly, after that, we have to wait and see. We just don't know right now what things are going to look like. We do understand that by its very nature, marching band is a large group activity and would violate most any and all current protocols and guidelines for social distancing. Please understand student safety is first and foremost in our minds in terms of how we're preparing for next year, and we will be creative and adaptable in following any guidelines set forth by the County Health Department, our school district, and our site at Amador Valley. There's a really great digital survival guide that will be emailed out to the new members soon. You're looking at the cover portrait of that on the left. During the school day, concert and jazz bands. This, of course, also assumes a normal trajectory to our school year. There are 5 concert bands in our program. All of your students as 9th graders will be placed into a class called concert band. 10th graders are placed into symphonic band gold. 11th and 12th graders are placed into symphonic band purple. And then by audition, 10th through 12th graders are able to be a part of Wind Ensemble 2 and Wind Ensemble 1. As a side note, those auditions take place in the spring of the previous year, so those ensembles are already set, and it is too late for anybody to try out for those groups. Typically, we have concerts for all of the concert bands in October, December, February, and April. Amador hosts a CMEA large group festival in April, and we have our traditional annual Band Cake Breakfast fundraising event in May. If your child is a part of the jazz band program, please know that Jazz A happens during the school day. Jazz B happens after school, 2 days a week in semester 1 and 3 days a week in semester 2. And Jazz Workshop is after school, 2 days a week, both semesters. Jazz B and Jazz Workshop classes run from 3:10 to 4 p.m. The jazz bands have concerts in December and April, festivals in December and February, and then also perform at the Band Cake Breakfast in May. Again, all of the information on concert bands and jazz bands presumes a normal functioning calendar to our school year. We will, of course, be flexible and adaptive in order to follow guidelines as set forth by the necessary governing agencies. In order to keep up to date with schedule of events and important updates, please make sure that you have a tab saved for our band website, www.amadormusic.org, that also covers information for our choir and orchestra programs. In class, the directors communicate directly with the students through verbal and written flyers. The AFM newsletter is a way in which we and other volunteer leads in the organization communicate directly to parents. And then we also utilize the Remind app in our program. We have separate Remind apps for the students that is monitored and run by the teachers, and for the parents that is monitored and run by the booster parents. We want you to know that you belong too. Amador Friends of Music is a nonprofit organization that supports Amador music, band, orchestra, and choir. AFM is comprised of a board that's made of elected parents and the music directors, members made of parents who have a student Amador music, that's you, and of the many things that AFM takes care of, it provides volunteers and funds. No special skills are required to be a volunteer for the band program. There are varying time commitments to match your schedule, and we just ask that you help when and where you can. All are welcome. Stay tuned for more information on what kind of jobs you can help with and how to sign up. Our school district funds director salaries, facilities, and instrument repairs, which we are very thankful for. Amador Friends of Music and you fund the rest of the program. If you would please take a few moments to watch the video linked on this slide to learn more about the donation ask for next year. And if after watching that video you have questions, please feel free to reach out to Jeff Dormer, Treasurer, email linked on this slide as well. And finally, questions. It is totally normal, healthy, and okay to have lots of questions about this big transition coming into the high school band program. So we want you to know that we are here to help you. Embedded here are emails linked to each of our names. Myself, Mr. Grantham, as the Director of Bands, or Mr. Dandria as the Assistant Director of Bands, are able to answer any and all of your questions. Sujin Huang, as our new member liaison, and as I mentioned, also our incoming Amador Friends of Music president, is available to answer questions for you through the parent lens. Jeff Dormer is able to answer financial questions for you. And for any of you that are watching this presentation, Diane Stevens is our color guard liaison and can answer color guard specific questions for you. We are so excited to welcome you and your family to the Big Purple Band and appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day to watch this presentation. We hope that it's been helpful and are so excited to welcome you to Amador Valley High School. Go Dons!